It's a challenge facing police departments across Minnesota, including here in the northwest suburbs. Not enough officers and not enough people that see policing as a future career. The city of Osseo is among those battling the officer shortage problem. The police chief says the George Floyd incident 2 years ago changed everything for hiring officers.
We're still struggling. We're right in the midst of one of the biggest labor shortages we've ever seen in our state, for sure.
Osseo Chief Shane Michelson says the city has lost 4 officers in the last year to other agencies. The department is trying to get by and is currently training in 2 officers who could be ready by November. The city currently has 4 full-time officers on duty, and that includes the chief himself. During the hiring shortage, the city has experienced an increase in the number of police calls. It's forced the city to deny vacations for officers.
Everyone is struggling and looking for police officers, and when you're trying to compete with larger agencies or higher pay, it's really hard to keep your people within your department.
I think it speaks to the quality of our department that people are getting poached, even though it's unfortunate for us. I think this is a really desirable city to work for.
This week, the City Council approved letting the department to seek the hire of another police officer and create a new police lieutenant position to help with supervisory duties. The police chief says it takes 6 to 8 months to train new officers to be on patrols. Crystal officials are warning residents about potentially harmful blue-green algae found at Winnetka Pond. People and pets can get sick if they swallow water with blue-green algae blooms. The algae also impact ecosystems, including fish and other aquatic wildlife. The Bassett Creek Watershed Management Commission documented the potentially harmful levels in Winnetka Pond.
We're just advising residents, please do not drink this water, do not put pets in the water or anything like that. I do want to note that this is completely separate from drinking water. No drinking water comes from here, so the drinking water is still completely safe.
Winnetka Pond is directly downstream of Northwood Lake in New Hope, where algae levels were detected in the same range earlier this month. As our CCX News team can attest, traffic was backed up for miles as people made their way to opening day of the Minnesota State Fair. Fair officials expect crowds to be bigger than last year, but not as big as the record-setting 2019 year, which was before COVID hit. Day 1 of the State Fair was also a special one for Brooklyn Park native Elaine Christensen. Elaine is the longtime volunteer at the Hamlin Church Dining Hall. This year is the 125th anniversary of the dining hall, and on Thursday she was named Duchess of the St. Paul Winter Carnival. Now 92 years old, Elaine couldn't believe the honor.
Hard work has been one of the best things I've ever done all my life. If you work hard, you have something to show for it. And to me, it's the best thing we can do, is just to put a lot of effort into something.
Elaine grew up on the historic Tessman farm in Brooklyn Park. A popular ice cream shop based in Crystal just made its debut at the Minnesota State Fair. La Michoacana Rose, which has a store along Bass Lake Road, has an assortment of Mexican frozen treats called paletas at the Hamlin Church Dining Hall. There's even one special flavor that's exclusive to the State Fair.
Minnesota has a great state fair. We are just glad to be a part of it.
The State Fair has several hundred food vendors.
Their menu has stayed largely the same over these last 125 years.
But there's only one that's been around since 1897.
Making it the oldest food concession at the Minnesota State Fair.
Every year, the dining hall draws large crowds to their communal-style dining area.
There used to be a lot of dining halls where they could go in and relax and have a home-cooked meal.
Yet when you're celebrating 125 years of success, that calls for something special. Say, for instance, birthday cake.
There you go. Enjoy.
In the form of a popsicle.
So there's sprinkles throughout the whole paleta, and there's actual birthday cake pieces mixed in there.
Elizabeth Raygoza is the owner of La Michoacana Rose in Crystal.
$4 is your change.
This year, she partnered with the Hamlin Church Dining Hall to serve an assortment of paletas at this state fair institution. Here you go. The Mexican ice pops are one of the staples of her shop.
It's great for both of us, something new for them, and they're keeping their tradition going, so maybe this just means my tradition starts here.
This is her state fair debut, and while there are several flavors of paletas available to fairgoers, Elizabeth made the birthday cake one exclusively for the dining hall.
It made the new foods list. I mean, that is big. That is really big.
Word certainly got out.
I think it's really good. I really enjoy the flavor. It's very birthday cakey.
It's good. Now I'm on my second one because they're delicious.
Thank you so much.
I'm just really grateful for the opportunity.
They expect to sell thousands of paletas during the 12-day run of the fair.
Yum!
Giving Minnesotans a chance to try something new at the fair's oldest concession stand.
I'm just excited to see what comes with it.
Finally, this segment, a wonderful opportunity for meat lovers.
So we have some sweet hot honey jerky.
And that's one of the free prizes offered by Heavy Rotation Brewing in Brooklyn Park. The brewery and tap room holds a meat raffle every Wednesday evening featuring steaks, ribs, and other tasty selections from Osseo Meat Market. The owners at Heavy Rotation see the raffle not only as a way to drum up business, but also build community.
I just want you to come in, check it out. We have a ton of people that come in and they don't drink at all. But their friend was like, hey, I went there, I had a beer, I was in a meat raffle. That's kind of cool. And they just come in and hang out.
Beer is also part of the raffle at Heavy Rotation, which is located at Xenia and Oak Grove Parkway.